There's a reason even loyal viewers like me are turning on this 90-day fiancé, happily ever after couple and want them off the show. 90-Day Fiancé has dealt with multiple controversies, forcing producers to remove or fire popular cast members. With off-screen drama and problematic behavior making headlines, I think these tough decisions are necessary to protect the show's reputation. I believe it's important that 90-Day Fiancé takes a firm stance when couples cross serious ethical or legal boundaries. From what I've seen, fans often wonder why some couples disappear between seasons. While some leave voluntarily, many 90-Day Fiancé exits come after investigations into misconduct. To me, it's clear producers prioritize cast safety and trust, making it obvious that toxic or abusive behavior won't be tolerated on the show. In some cases, 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Season 9 couples face intense public backlash and social media outrage, prompting the network to take swift action and remove cast members. Legal troubles, personal misconduct, and reality TV drama have all contributed to these firings. These decisions emphasize that fame on 90-Day Fiancé doesn't excuse harmful actions or unethical behavior. In the premiere of Happily Ever After? Season 9, I learned that Gino had kicked Jasmine out of his home. Even though they were still legally married, they were separated. Jasmine started staying with Matt while Gino began dating Natalie after they agreed to an open marriage. The season has been focusing on what happened after their open marriage began on the last resort. By episode 3, I saw Gino confront Jasmine with phone records showing she talked to Matt months before their open marriage started. He felt betrayed and said he wanted a divorce. Jasmine denied cheating and insisted Gino knew about her friendship with Matt. What really surprised me was that Gino only found out Jasmine was calling Matt before he even agreed to the open marriage. I found it hard to watch when Gino gave Jasmine her belongings and said he felt she had tricked him into the open marriage just to legitimize her relationship with Matt. Jasmine, on the other hand, was furious and denied his accusations, saying he was making things up and holding on to grudges. She even insisted she still loved Gino and wasn't romantically involved with Matt. I think it's interesting that Gino's cousin Dana and his wife Michelle stepped in to tell him he'd been unfair to Jasmine. Michelle said Jasmine wanted to work things out and even regretted the open marriage. Eventually, Gino agreed to have a calm conversation and admitted he hadn't really let Jasmine express her feelings before. To me, the meeting between Jasmine and Gino went exactly how I expected. It went south fast. Gino admitted he wasn't sure about divorce but couldn't understand how Jasmine could say she loved and missed him while living with Matt and being intimate with him. When Gino mentioned kissing Natalie, Jasmine walked out feeling hurt that he was honoring their open marriage agreement. To me, it was clear from the start that Gino and Jasmine were not on the same page about their marriage. There was no love left between them, and their split felt inevitable. What really sealed the deal was Jasmine's pregnancy with Matt's baby, which gave Gino the final reason to walk away for good. It makes no sense to me that Jasmine had a baby, lives in Florida with her boyfriend, and hasn't lived with Gino in over a year, yet they're still legally married. If neither of them wants to be together, why hasn't one filed for divorce? I keep seeing her jabs online, and it's just getting petty. I don't get it. Jasmine keeps posting like Matt's the best thing that's ever happened to her. She's even calling his family her own now, including Dana and Michelle. If Gino's really so manipulative and unfaithful, why not just divorce him? To me, it feels like she wants sympathy and attention without taking real action. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a season without Jasmine and Gino. Their relationship has become exhausting to watch. The open marriage storyline and Jasmine continuing to call Matt her friend despite her romantic content with him make it feel like they're playing it up for the cameras. Sometimes I wonder if they rehearse the drama beforehand. For me, the emotional roller coaster just doesn't feel real anymore. I'm not hooked, I'm over it. It's time for 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? To let them go. There are other couples with real stories worth watching, as they navigate cultural barriers, long-distance struggles, or genuine communication breakdowns. Watching Jasmine and Gino feels like watching a deliberate meltdown. It's not compelling anymore. It's just tiring, and frankly, a waste of immediately. A popular 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star recently opened up about a difficult health challenge they have been facing. Many reality TV stars face health issues due to stress and public pressure. From physical challenges to mental health struggles, these problems often affect their personal lives and careers. Reality TV stars and their health issues shed light on the importance of support and awareness in the entertainment industry. Several 90-Day Fiancé stars have courageously shared their health challenges, using their platforms to raise awareness and reduce stigma. For instance, Lorraine Brovarnik has been living with Tourette's syndrome and postpartum depression. Lorraine now serves as an ambassador for the Tourette Association of America, educating the public and encouraging acceptance. Jasmine Pineda from 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 has openly shared her struggles with alopecia, high-functioning depression, ventricular arrhythmia, and a prolapsed valve. She also experienced severe allergic reactions and stress-related weight loss during pregnancy. By speaking out, Jasmine raises awareness about both mental and physical health, encouraging others to seek support and reducing the stigma around these issues in the reality TV community. Now, a co-star of Jasmine's is following in her footsteps. Julia opened up about being told by a doctor in Russia that she might not be able to have children in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. Her emotional confession revealed deep fears of losing Brandon, who had always dreamed of starting a family. To her relief, Brandon reassured her that infertility wouldn't change his love or commitment. Julia admitted she had emotionally shut down from the idea of motherhood. She explained that the fear and shame she felt caused her to bury the issue entirely. Opening up during therapy, she expressed just how difficult it was to carry that burden alone without ever discussing it. At first, Brandon focused on fixing the problem and asked if she had seen another doctor. But when he saw how upset Julia was, his tone changed. He promised they would go to a doctor together in the US and made it clear that he still loved her and didn't blame her for anything. Julia fell deeply in love with her dog Simba after adopting him from Brandon's family's German Shepherd farm. Simba was more than a pet. He was her companion, emotional comfort, and muse behind her dog-themed business Kingdom for Dogs. When Simba passed away due to illness in May 2025, Julia was overcome with grief and entered a difficult period of mourning. Though she is still grieving Simba's loss, Julia has another dog, Nala, who remains a vital part of her life. Nala helps ground Julia emotionally as she builds her business and rebuilds stability. Julia continues to honor Simba's memory while nurturing her bond with Nala, demonstrating that her love for her pets remains a defining aspect of her life and work. In episode 5 of 90 Day, Happily Ever After? Season 9, Brandon and his parents kept bringing up the topic of Julia having a baby. They asked if she still wanted kids, even after she shared that her doctor in Russia said she might not be able to. Julia looked uncomfortable, but they continued to press for clear answers. Julia said she wasn't sure and explained she was scared of hearing the same bad news from another doctor. Instead of backing off, Brandon and his parents kept pressuring her. It felt like they were ignoring how sensitive the topic was for her. Even during therapy, she didn't really get the space to speak freely. Julia and Brandon headed to get her fertility checkup done in episode 5. Julia admitted she was having a panic attack before the checkup, but Brandon told the cameras how excited he was to have lots of babies with Julia. He was very proud of Julia for getting a second opinion because she knew how much it meant to him. Julia didn't want to go through everything again. Julia had to get a saline sonogram done so the specialist could determine if there was anything that was going to disrupt Julia's possible pregnancy. It was going to be followed by blood testing, and 2 weeks later, after the results came back, Julia would have to do a follow-up to understand the test results. The specialist pointed out that Julia had a polyp, which is a small tissue, in her uterus. She explained that the polyp could potentially cause the embryo to be knocked around or knocked off. She also suspected there was something called an adhesion which connected one side of the cavity to another, preventing sperm from getting where it needs to be. While Julia was asked to wait until the follow-up for future discussions, she revealed that her doctor in Russia never told her about the polyps. The 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Star now had more to worry about. Julia felt like Brandon looked hopeful for the future, but she was afraid that her tests would reveal there was something wrong.